crown. Lady Luck wanna pawn like I'm truly old. Go hard, we're gonna win. Can't stop, won't stop, not giving in. I'm at the top of the man hollering. It's not a thing, not a thing.
Day 3 of Red Bull Romaniacs off-road rally was the most difficult and craziest to date. It might have had something to do with the full-blood moon. Two legends of the sport, Taddy Blazusiak and Graham Jarvis, bowed out due to illness. This left it open for other riders like Billy Bolt to move up the ranks. Even though Bolt had trouble with his bike, he still came in 5th for the day. But it was the same 3 riders, Walker, Lettenbichler, and leader Wade Young at the front of the pack, with Young taking the fastest time for the day. The pack of riders looked small against the backdrop of the Romanian countryside, a reminder of how big the task ahead really is.
So it's day 4 Romaniacs, the final day. I got a 4-minute lead going into the last day, so it's not much, and I know it's not much, and I know it's not over.
If I catch Wade today, I have to get a gap about plus 1 more minute. It's going to be hard to catch him, and I'm trying my best to get the job done.
I'm in the lead of the West Championship now, and if it stays the way it is, the positions, then I'll still be in the lead, but Manny's closing the gap, so yeah, we've got to keep that in mind.
If Lettenbichler wins today, there will only be 35 West points between him and Walker. Stakes are high going into the last 128-kilometer course. Wade Young takes off first, followed by Manuel Lettenbichler, and Johnny Walker. Riders enter a forest section known as Ziggy Zaggy. Wade needs help from a spectator to make the climb. Manny enters the woods. Hot on his heels, Johnny lays the hammer down. Manny struggles up Ziggy Zaggy. But Johnny has a flawless ride, closing the time gap between them. Back to the leader, Young, no longer struggling, has found his rhythm. With Graham Jarvis out of the race, it's up to Billy Bolt and Alfredo Gomez to represent Husqvarna, and they're riding hard. Young is the first to arrive at the service point. Walker hunts down and overtakes Manny right before the service point. He's fighting to hold on to the overall West lead.
Yeah, so we're halfway through day 4 now. It's been a good morning, quite fast, some slippy hills, but not too bad. Yeah, now it's just a push to the finish. I don't know what to expect because no one does, but it's either going to be easy or hard, one or the other.
Saw that they were pretty close, so I put the hammer down a bit harder to just try and get a gap. Yeah, it's the last day, so I'm going to just push as hard as I can, make no mistakes, and go until I blow.
The 3 top riders roll out of the service area within seconds of each other. On the first uphill, Wade Young gets stuck and taken down by Lettenbichler and Walker. But riding like a true West warrior, he battles back. Manny is the first to make it to a section called Freestyle. He gets a stick stuck in his front wheel, allowing the other 2 riders to pass. Young takes the lead, but it doesn't last long. On a steep uphill, Lettenbichler pushes past Wade and Johnny. Riding strong, the pack rage up a section called Steroid. Who will make it to the finish first? A war between 3 young enduro titans wages under the canopy of the Carpathian forest. Meanwhile, at the final insane uphill, amateurs fight their way to the finish with mixed results. Many are having a more intense, exhausting Red Bull Romaniacs than they bargained for. but it's plain to see these guys are extremely satisfied with the epic experience. Fans wait in anticipation of the gold class riders. And the first pro to get to the hill climb is Wade Young. He rockets through the final stretch, showboating for the fans. After 4 insane off-road days, it's 22-year-old Wade Young becoming the youngest ever winner of Red Bull Romaniacs. Lettenbichler comes moments later with the same enduro intensity. And Johnny Walker wheelies across the finish line in third.
Best feeling is getting the win after such a hard track and such a big fight.
My first memory from the Red Bull Romaniacs is my dad's first year when he won it. It was unbelievable when he came back, and today it's awesome, like pushing the 10Ks into the finish. Everything is going through your mind and it's like, yeah, you got it. It's just an awesome feeling.
Physically, I think it's been the hardest Romaniacs I've ever done. You know, like I was smoked yesterday, day 3. To maintain my points lead in the West Championship's good because this is the most difficult one to get through, so I'm really happy to get through it.
After 4 insane off-road days, it's 22-year-old Wade Young becoming the youngest ever winner of Red Bull Romaniacs. Halfway through the West season, we are seeing a real battle for the title of Ultimate Enduro Champion. At the next race, Manuel Lettenbichler has the chance to close the 185-point gap between him and Johnny Walker. Another epic edition of Red Bull Romaniacs is wrapped. Check out the full highlights August 4th on Red Bull TV.